y'all, I'm Candice.
I'm Shakeila.
All right, so we are at First Watch. We're going to do a review on their food and their service, and we're also going to discuss baby mamas today.
I'm ready for that one.
Yeah, so what do you consider a baby mama? What's the definition of baby mama to you?
I don't have it's not positive. Like, for one, I have always looked at a baby mama as being someone that is maybe like hood, ghetto, some miserable woman. Well, I don't want to say like miserable, but like a controlling woman, and it's just not good. It's just like, I think the term of like a baby mama is just, a woman who had a baby by someone. Well, maybe they were married, maybe they were not married, and I don't have a good definition of baby mamas. What about you?
The same thing, like somebody that you used to smash and now y'all got a baby together, and maybe she act a little hood, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can be a baby. There's a good baby mama and there's bad baby mamas out there.
Right.
Okay, so
Right.
What's a bad baby mama?
Okay, the bad baby mama on top is going to be that one that is controlling.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to use that child or those kids to make sure that she get whatever she wants, you know what I'm saying, from that man. The woman that's going to say, oh, okay, well, you can watch the kid on this day, but not this day.
Right.
Or, he need this, I ain't going to pay for it, so I need you to be the one for you to get that item, clothes, diapers, food, whatever. I just think that there are some baby mamas that will actually have good baby daddies, good fathers for those kids, and won't respect them.
Right.
Won't respect them, won't let that man live. They won't let, because they miserable.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? We're gonna have a good one with this one.
Yeah, they say like the good guys get the bad end of the stick with the baby mamas.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that the woman, like you said, they still want that control over the guy, and then they get like to the point where I think they still be having feelings for him, and that's why they give him such a hard time. They don't want him to move on.
That could be, but you know what? What about the girls who have moved on and got
still,
other men? Yeah, come in here, friend. Come in, girl,
and still be cutting up.
Yeah, and still be cutting up. So that again, it just kind of
Maybe
goes
she
back
don't
to
want him to move on.
Yeah. But then so she can have her man or her boyfriend or her husband or whatever. There are people that's out there that's like that.
Yeah.
Because like going back, girl, I know like a couple of guys like personally and know their stories of being like, hey, it was my turn to go pick up my kid or my kids, and she wasn't available, or she told me no, like I can't pick up my kids. But when it's time for her child support money to be due, or if it's time for she want me to buy this or buy that for the kids, oh, now she hit me up, she's available. So it's just kind of like at your leisure. Yeah, your leisure, or like at their convenience.
Right. Yeah.
Because I mean, you got some good dads out here and that are trying to be in their kids' lives, but you got those moms, those baby mamas that want that control. So I'm gonna go ahead on and say, and I probably say often throughout this show, if you are that baby mama, let that man live. And it is not his responsibility to take care of you. It's his responsibility to take care of that kid. Because what you think about also, girl, when them kids get 18, then what they gonna do?
Yeah. And then sometimes they run the man off like completely. They be like, what, forget the kid and the woman.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want nothing to do with their kids because of how you acting.
Because you think about in and out of court, what is that, the mediation that you got to go through, and then you got to go tell a judge, someone who don't know you or her or the kids, or what's best, and because y'all can't come to a conclusion, a judge has to say, hey, you can see your kids every other weekend, or they get to spend Mother's Day with her or Father's Day. Nobody should be able to tell you when you get to spend time with your kids. Yeah. It's between you and that woman.
All right, guys. guys, so our food came. Again, we were at First Watch in Fayetteville. I thought that the food was just okay. Wasn't really anything special. I probably will not this would not be my first choice to come back to.
But would you come back?
I might try something else, because what I had, I didn't care for it. I had like the chorizo omelet or something, and it had a lot of onions in it and no sausage.
So instead of First Watch, we're going to Second Watch?
Look, a Waffle House, okay? What about your food? Did you like yours?
Yeah. It was different. I had whatever that orange juice. It was really freshly squeezed orange juice, and it was like a mixture with cranberry juice. I thought I was gonna get something with some strawberries in it, but I mean, it was okay. It wasn't horrible. I'm not a Waffle House fan though. I don't
like IHOP.
No, IHOP? Okay. Well, I'm not a Waffle House fan, so.
Why? Because it's dirty in there?
But I be talking like, well, let's go to IHOP sometimes, and you be going. You just be going because I want to go.
I mean, I don't know.
It's
not one of my first choices. Who got good breakfast? Oh, Cracker Barrel got good breakfast.
I was just saying my Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel got some bomb breakfast.
We ain't there in a minute now.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe next time it'll be Cracker Barrel.
All right, so we're gonna hop back into the topic of baby mamas. So we stopped with the bad baby moms, and you were saying how like a judge shouldn't have to tell you to take care of your kids, or
right.
Yeah,
right. So what do you think about? Well, we'll hop off the bad baby mamas for a moment, but we coming right back to y'all because we got some explanations that y'all need to.
We need to know what's going on.
Right, like why? You know, I guess that could be a question that we maybe could ask a poll of. What do you think? I don't know if somebody can be honest though and be like, I do this because he ain't did. Whatever.
No, they probably don't even see they
badness.
Toxic
right, it's very, very toxic. I mean,
like, I just don't want them to be happy.
You know, okay, so I'm going to ask this question right here then. Do you think that, okay, as far as like, yeah, you got boys and girls, but it is important for that father to be in that son's life?
Yeah, I think so.
So
I think it's important for both though. Like a female who don't have a dad in their life, they end up having daddy issues, and then they don't know the type of man to allow in their lives.
They accept anything.
Yeah, they accept anything. They seem like their dad being this type of way towards the mom, so they think that that's normal behavior when it's not. So I think it's just as much important for a dad to be in the boy's life than it is, and the same with the female.
So what would you say to the baby mama then that is trying to not let the son, you know what I'm saying, or daughter, you know what I'm saying, be in their child's life just because? Now I'm not talking about the men that are on drugs, the men that are inconsistently, you know, fathers that, you know, hey, I'm gonna come pick you up, and they don't come pick them up, but, you know, like hurt the kids' feelings by like letting them down. I'm not talking about, you know, they ain't stable themselves and ain't got the pot to piss in, like people say. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, what would you say to that baby mama who got kids and just don't want her baby daddy to spend time with their kids, knowing how important it is? What would you say to the baby mama?
You can't really say nothing to them people because they stuck in their own ways. They got it in their mind that is hurting the man, and what their goal is to do is to hurt the man wherever they can. They don't have that control over them anymore in the relationship. They only have it with the child. And if that's the way that I can get to him by not letting him see his kid, then that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything that you can say to them people to make them change their mind or get out of their ways. I think the one thing that may help them to get out of that is for them to find somebody and truly be happy with that person. I think that the guy is probably moved on. He probably got a new boo, and she's pissed off, and she feel like, okay, this is the way that I can still hurt him. Until she gets somebody and she's equally as happy as he is, she's going to continue to hold the kids away from him.
But you know what? It hurts the kids. Now, don't get me wrong. It hurts the father, but it also like hurts the kids because, like, okay, say the woman who has like the little boy, and she got boyfriends or whatever, so she might try to be like, you know, well, my son, she recognizes that he needs a man in his life, because I don't care what nobody say, a woman cannot raise a man to be a full man. He is going to need that male role model in his life. You can go out there, and I might could have tried to play basketball with my son all I wanted to. Guess what?
Yeah.
I ain't crossing nobody up.
Right.
I ain't
breaking no ankles.
I ain't breaking nobody's ankles. So I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But during that time of them playing basketball or playing sports or doing whatever, those are learning lessons that guy and the father and son can be like talking. You know, establishing relationships, talking about life, because playing basketball, playing sports out there is more than just playing a sport.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but girl, it's just, I just think about like some baby mothers. You know, that is the true definition to me of the baby mother, is just that having that control of that man. If you're gonna have this girl around my son or my daughter, then no.
Yeah.
They can't tell you what to do in your own house.
Yeah.
But they got all the other men that they want around the kids, but when it comes to the man, they got to control what girl he with and stuff like that. No.
I remember like one of my friend girls, I guess like her boyfriend at the time went to go pick up his child, and then I guess she had put like a hickey on the guy's neck. Come on, Pastor Mark. And the baby mom saw it, so she would not let him get the child. And he had drove like hours to go get this kid, and it was like this whole debacle. And it was just like, y'all are not together, so what is the problem?
Right.
I didn't understand it. It was a whole mess.
And then it's just, did she end up letting him see the kid?
I think that I think he did end up getting them, but I don't remember like everything that happened for him to get it. But it was just like a standoff basically in the middle of the street with arguing and just mess.
Yeah.
So
good. And then you know what I think about some people, this is still on the bad baby mama side, of like, you know, there are some baby mamas that are just like, they would rather have the kid or kids and keep the money. And still, like, not let the dude, you know what I'm saying, still not let them spend time, like, with their dad at all. It's just kind of like, I got the kid, I got the money. Or, I know a girl that I felt like it was her that was just kind of like, you give me the money, you can keep the kid. Yeah. Yeah.
How is that even possible? Because like, the money should go where the kid is.
Right. But for the people that are money hungry,
right,
want the money, and it's kind of like, I can't ask you for this money because it is for our kid, but I really don't want a kid like that. So, but I know I can get this money. And then it just kind of goes into like, why is there always like the women that can get custody first? Why is the woman primary custodial parent or whatever, and it's always like the men second?
Right.
Because you got some very toxic and bad women out there. I mean, you know, they can smile and then say whatever,
too,
but
it's like guys really don't be wanting to go through the courts and stuff. They try to fix it on their own, so they don't. I think if like the mom was really toxic and she was maybe on drugs or something like that, then they could prove that, okay, I need to get my kids. But I really think they don't try to go into depth with like, oh, well, she's like this and this and she's like that, because most guys ain't messy like that. We us females be like, oh no, because he did this and we don't keep a note of everything that he done did, but he ain't tracking like that.
Right.
So, you know, that's why maybe the guys don't get the kid first, the lady do, because she done took mental note and been writing down and doing paper trails and stuff of everything that he been doing, but he hasn't been doing it to her. Maybe.
Possibly. Possibly. I just don't like y'all baby mamas, y'all can't hold those kids hostage over that man. Yeah. Like this right here. Where my little air freshener at? Y'all can't be sitting there jangling. Y'all kids over dangling. Y'all kids over this man's head like that. Yeah. I mean, but you know, in all seriousness, because there are too many actually good fathers, because you always hear about the deadbeat dads. They ain't trying to be in their kids' life, or they ain't trying to be da-da-da. But like you said earlier, I know a guy that was just kind of like, hey, I almost seen the time where it was like, you know what? F it, forget it. Yeah. Here, you can have the kids. I'll just pay you this money. I don't even want to see them. I mean, I love them, but I don't want to deal with you because you coming with all of this to make my life more stressful. Like, I'm already working. I'm already trying to be a good dad. I already got life that I'm facing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then it's hard for me to have spent time with the kid that I helped you make. Like, we were good at one time to have the, intimacy, to have the babies. And then now I'm your worst enemy.
Right.
And your kids, you don't want them to spend it with me, but you're going to have a judge tell me when I can see my kids, but you're going to let another dude try to teach my son how to be a man when I'm, speaking as a man, like I'm right there.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's very toxic, and it does hurt the kids in the long run because they not getting that fatherly interaction.
Right.
And then like, I'm not saying like all women, but when they do move on or whatever, and they not in those relationships for long term, then you exposing your kids to so many different men at one time.
Right.
And that's also
Are you my
toxic. Right. That's also toxic, especially for like Uncle a little girl.
Right.
To see her mom with so many different guys, and then the son being like, dang, my mama smashing him too. Like,
we got all these uncles.
Right.
All these uncles showing up.
Yeah, you can't be doing your kids like that. I mean, I don't know.
Girl, I just had something. I lost the baby to come back to me, girl. It was baby to come back to me.
Was it about the little girls being the moms having so many
men's and stuff? No. It wasn't about that one. But so I'll go ahead and switch over then. I guess we can talk about what would you say is a good baby mother?
I'm a good baby mom.
You're a good baby mother?
Look, now I am married. And my girls were from a previous marriage. But me and my girl's dad is still good.
Good.
And when I call him, my very first introduction is, hey, baby daddy.
Okay.
And, he might call me baby mama. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We get along good. And, I'm a good baby mom.
Okay.
I even call my husband baby daddy. So, it don't bother me. I think because we don't have a toxic situation.
Okay.
It's not a derogatory word.
So, like, definition of good baby mama will be what? Like, when he want to see the girls, you let him see the girls?
Yeah.
When he want to talk to the
no
girls?
problems. Look, I stay in my lane. Whatever you got going on, that's your thing. I'm not problematic at all.
Okay. When he want to talk to him, you let him talk to him. When he want to see him, you let him see him. You don't try to have control over of like, no, well, you can't see them today because I got my own thing going on, so I want you to see him when I want you to see him.
No, I don't do that.
Okay. Now, it took me a while, and I mean years, for me to hear or joke around with the word, hey, baby mama, because I always just thought of it as like kind of like a negative term. Like, don't call me that. I am your ex. Wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nope. We ain't even joking about that because I ain't that type of woman. I'm not a baby mama. You do not associate with me.
I think it's in the way that you're using it. Like, if you using it to be hurtful and to be like demeaning, then it's gonna, come off the wrong way, and you're not gonna want to be called that. But we don't use it in that way. We just joke around with each other. And
you know what? Another trait that I think is a good thing for a good baby mother. You know what I'm saying? This is actually considered co-parenting, right? It's just if like, okay, if the child is staying with the mom for the most part, and the father got to go, pick up the child or something like that. Like, if y'all live like a nice little distance away, it's okay to meet to drop the kids off. Yeah. Or if the father come pick up the child at the mom house, it's okay if the mom can go now to the next time to go pick them back up or something. It's still about this co-parent. Again, baby mamas, it ain't about you want to see the kid, you come to me.
It's teamwork.
Both times. You be like, well, dang, well, you know what, this man got a life too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He putting miles on his car too, and those are still his kids. So what if he was like, okay, I'll pick him up from you, but if you want to see him, you come pick him up from me. Right. Now y'all gonna be headbutting because y'all could have just talked it out. Yeah. And I don't know if sometimes, like, we talk about as far as like the relationships, like, I think some of that is how they ended. I think some of how these baby mama, baby daddies, how those relationships ended is why they act the way that they act.
I can see that. Because
Because
if I ended in a ratchet way, I think I might.
You might have been a little bit more ratchet.
A little bit ratchet. I don't know.
We mean like like getting like cheated on and all this extra stuff.
And that south side be gone,
be like,
and that south side come out.
And I think so. I mean, but still, again, even if that was something that was dealing with you and that man, we still ain't got no reason because that didn't happen with the kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as that guy is still like a good father, you know what I'm saying? We still, even if I'm mad at you for whatever reason, guess what? Here's your child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And some people, it take them to have to talk to the courts. Because I knew a guy and girl that, when I say they never talked, I mean, I'm talking about pick the kid up from daycare, drop the kid off at daycare, so they would have no interaction.
Oh, wow.
So then you look at the kid. The kid growing up saying, man, my parents don't even talk.
Yeah.
Dang, but anytime that they do talk, she fussing and talking bad about him, or he, man, your mama, man, she da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know, so then that's hard for the kid to be like, I love both of y'all, but stop talking about each other. But
Right.
dang.
Yeah. I think you have to get to that place, too, because, like, in my previous relationship with my girl's dad, you know, it was a little bit toxic at first because of the way that we ended, and I would never talk bad about him in front of my kids,
Right,
but
yeah.
we you know, we bumped heads a lot at first because of, you know, what happened. And I don't know, it's just, you have to get to that place, you have to get to that level of understanding between the both of y'all, and now he's like one of my best friends,
Right.
So.
I mean, and do y'all hear that, baby mamas? So, like, it is possible. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I guess since you talked about your ex, I guess I'll throw mine out there too. But we actually both do still have, like, good relationships with our exes. Like, you know, there's no need, because guess what? They done moved on, we done moved on. And guess what? We still have kids to raise in a positive environment, because we are still role models for our kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if we didn't work it out, like with our ex-spouses, you know what I'm saying, and we trying to be the best co-parents, we still got to raise them to be husband and wives.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like, I still got to, you know, from my female point of view, mother point of view, still try to tell my son, hey, this is what women would expect of a man in a relationship, or this is things that you are looking for in a good woman. You know, and then I'm expecting his dad to teach him, hey, you ain't out here talking about, you know, all these other things going on. I mean, but they can, you know, but to actually still talk to him about, hey, this is how a man, a husband should be, you know what I'm saying, in his relationship with his wife. Just because we are apart don't mean that we still can't train him how to be the perfect husband. Now, because you know what, nobody wants to go around getting married 3 and 4, 5, 6 times. You know, you don't want that, but life happens.
Right.
So, but we still have to train our kids up to be like the best that we can be. I mean, the best that they can be, but not taking nothing off of nobody else either now, just because they just trying to stick that relationship out. I ain't saying that either.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And then you got like the blended families with the new guy got a bushel of children, and then you got your
Like the Brady
kid.
Bunch.
Yeah, because like my family, we blended, and even with like his baby mamas, I don't get involved in that. I stay in my lane. That's their thing.
Yeah.
You know,
you just kind of like there for the listening ear support.
Yeah, I'm just the
thing.
ear, and
that's just
a stepmom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. You the other mom. Yep. Because like my son has another mom as well, and we get along.
Yeah.
So baby mamas.
Yeah. It's possible.
You are listening to 2 women right here that have baby fathers, you know what I'm saying, or kids by, you know, somebody that we're not currently with, and we are able to get along with the man, and if at possible, the woman that he with. When I tell you, girl, that my son had the most parents at his 6th grade middle school orientation, they was all looking like, dang, they got a bunch of parents. But you know what? There ain't no need to be, oh, he got him another girl. Well, she don't look like me, or she ain't cute as me, or she. And don't get me wrong, you gonna check her out.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna stunt in that like we don't. You gonna check her out, but end of the day, as long as she treating my son right, you know, my son ain't got no problems with her, and I got to call and be like, hey, look, what's going on in that household? You know what I'm saying? We good.
Yeah. Right.
And that's gonna be whether if it's at the baby daddy house, that's gonna be if it's at a cousin house, that's gonna be anywhere. I mean, you're gonna protect your kid. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we good over here.
Do you think that baby mamas act out too because of fear of losing that financial stability? Like if he's moved on, do you think they're scared they're gonna lose their money bag.
Oh, as in like if he
was like the breadwinner.
Oh yeah.
And he moved out and maybe doing his own thing.
That could be possibly. But that's why you need to go get your own bag.
Right, yeah.
Or bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, because you know what, baby mamas, what if these dudes went to jail? Y'all trying to get all this money from this dude, you know what I'm saying? So you can kick your feet up, have your nails, hair, or whatever done. And then, I mean, not saying that you can't do that with your own job. I'm not saying that. But what if the dude died? They'll leave no insurance money. What if he went to jail?
Still get that Social Security check.
Still get Social Security check.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I don't know. I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, like, we don't know how much money that's going to be. And what if that is way significantly lower than what you're getting right now?
Right.
So you was dependent on his money. Stop depending on his money.
Yep.
You can't, you be your own woman. And you know what? That shows, like, for the woman having like the daughter to be like, you know what, my mom and dad want together, but she won't dependent on him. She won't dependent on welfare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't hate Trump and then talking about something, let me get these stamps every month. Let me get this Section 8 every month. You know what I'm saying? So Section 8, you know, y'all stay in that temporary, build yourself up in those moments and come out of it.
Yeah. Not downing anybody that's
No. We just trying to say, you know, just
use it as a come up.
Yeah, I knew another girl. She stayed like in Section 8, and she paid, I think, like $28 a month, girl. I said, you know, that rent could be paid for the whole year in 1 month.
They don't pay 10 years.
How she did, though, use it as a setup.
Right.
She was able to stay there, stack her bread, got her own business now, and it is successful and popping. So we not downing nobody. We not trying to say that, you know, but hey, we use it as that time. It's like, you ain't got to put that much money towards something. Save whatever you can. And do better. Because again, you can't lean on the government always. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about you can't lean on your baby daddies. We make sure you ain't leaning on the government. Be your own independent woman. It feels so much better.
It really does. Knowing that you ain't got to rely on nobody.
It was
you
for
can
your
get up
bread.
and get it yourself.
Right. Girl, you know, like you think about the people who was like the stay-at-home moms and, you know, you waiting for your husband to get paid or something. Now, granted, y'all might have those good terms, you know, of like, well, his money is your money, you know, because it is.
When I was a stay-at-home mom, I hated it. You know, we've never been like a sit down and let somebody just take completely over. We always been like go-getters. So I hated it. I couldn't wait to get back to work.
I got to get back to work. So I'm going to continue ordering these things. We'll continue buying these things, but I ain't got to ask nobody.
Asking nobody for nothing. I like
they coming in telling me, there's some new shoes. Yes, and there is another package in the mail from Foot Locker.
I'm expecting one today.
Right. Don't go in that side of the closet over there because I didn't throw a whole nother purse over there that you don't know nothing about.
Right. But where all these Amazon boxes come from? Mind your business.
Right. So do you work for Amazon? Well, I'm about to get a job there because I'm ordering a lot of stuff from them. Invested in their stocks or something.
Right. Yep. But I don't know. I stay in my lane. I don't be worrying about what they got going on over there.
Do you think it's possible for people to actually like, you know, we were talking about the blended families, but like real quick, do you think that it's possible for people to accept and love other kids as if it was theirs? Like their stepkids, their other kids?
I think so. I think that, okay, if you have like a mother who is brainwashing the kids and telling them, oh, well, I don't got to do what you say because my mama said, you know, you ain't mama. You know, that's going to make it harder on that new woman to embrace your children. And then if your children are very disrespectful and just, you know what I'm saying, not doing what they're told to do and just, it's gonna make it very hard. But if you got some respectable kids, like I think you could love them just like your own. You can bring them right on in.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too.
It's all about the respect, man. Yeah, because I love kids that's yes ma'am, no ma'am. You know, like Jay. That's my
that's your boo. I mean, girl, because then too. Hold on, real quick, friend.
Thank you, girl.
You're welcome, girl.
Bed here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could have a kid that is actually still seeking love, even though they living with their mama, they could still be actually seeking still like true love from like another woman, like that role model, because that mama may not be a good one. So when they meet someone else, say like you are, you know, it might just be like, wow, this woman is so nice. She ain't yelling at me all the time, like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't talking bad about me, she ain't scolding me, she ain't doing this and that and the third, and she actually acts like she likes me. You know what I'm saying? So we never know what kids may be missing, even though we think that they're staying, or they didn't get that from their mama, or their mama ought to be the one teaching them that. You know, still we would be the ones they could learn from and love from as well.
I think it's hard with like the stepmoms or the new lady too, because it's like you don't know where to draw your boundaries with the kids. Like, ooh, he just did this. Should I tell the daddy or should I correct it right now? And then when you keep, you know, going to the dad or whatever, like, hey, you know, so and so just did this. It's like, why you keep coming to me telling me everything that they do? You know what I'm saying? So it can be really challenging with these blended families.
But you know what? That's why everybody sit down and they have this come to Jesus meeting. Look, we gonna talk, and this is what's gonna go on. And you know, if she say do something, you know, from the man point of view, telling the kids, his kids in front of you, you know, whomever, the woman, to be like, hey, this is what's going on. If she tell y'all to stop doing something, you stop doing it. If she asks you to do something, then you do it. You don't give her no lip. You know, I think that has to be like established like up front, because the kids, depending on who the kids is, you might have some real sweet kids, and you might have the kids who might be like, I'm about to run over her in her own house. Like, you know, so then that's gonna put, you know, static between that couple because of the kids. And you don't want to be distant from the kids and all this stuff because of, you know, you be like, there they go. I'm about to leave, but you just got back. I don't even care. I gotta go back to somewhere.
Going to my mama's house.
Tell me something, but she's 3 hours away. I don't care. I just got to go back and visit her again. I left something. So I'm gonna do that.
I mean, but you know what? All of that, everybody in those children's life have to play a part, and like the mom has to be saying, okay, that's who your dad's with now. You have to respect her. You know what I'm saying? The dad has to be on board with that. You have to be on board with, like, everybody plays a part in that some way. And I mean, the ultimate goal is to have a well-rounded child that comes up not traumatized from the stuff that y'all are putting out in that, you know, in the atmosphere or whatever. So that's my take on it.
That's your take on it. So as we are wrapping this up right now, baby mamas, baby daddies. Okay, I don't really hear too much of, you know, baby daddies was trying to be controlling and all that stuff, but we just gonna stick to the baby mamas as of
I'm
this
sure
show.
they out there.
They probably out. It's somebody right now. Somebody's yeah, girl, I can think of somebody right now.
I know.
But
y'all gonna have to follow up on this episode,
right. So as far as baby mamas, if y'all could take anything away from us two right here, it is not that man's job to take care of you. Just those kids. Don't be spiteful. Don't, you know, you want to see the child 7 days a week. What make you think he don't want to see the child 7 days a week? You know, don't try to take away communication devices so they can't talk to their other parent, because now they on punishment, and now you're going to take away all this stuff for them to talk to them. But then when they try to call your phone to talk to the kid, you still won't let them talk to over your phone. That's just being spiteful. Girl, that is too much thinking. That is too much. And I ain't gonna do this because then he do that and I'm gonna do this, and then if I'm just gonna deny, that is too much thinking. What you said, you picking them up at one time. And then another thing, baby mamas, when your kids go over to the baby daddy house, you ain't got to be calling them and then asking them what they doing all day long. Enjoy
on
your
FaceTime.
Right, on FaceTime all through the house. You be like, but they just left your house. So why are you calling them every hour on the hour trying to see what they doing? Or don't compete. Do not try to compete with your baby daddy. As in like, oh, okay, well, he just took you know, our kid to say a basketball game. Okay, to a college basketball game. Now I'm gonna take him to an NBA game. Huh? Who does that? No, you still take him to them games. Then you enjoy that. Stop competing. Oh, I took him and I bought him this right here because, you know, a week or two ago you bought him that, so now I got to try to one up you like I'm the better parent. Look, those kids love y'all equally, but still separately. They gonna love the mom for who she is and what she does and what she provides. they gonna love that dad for dad being dad and who he is and what he provides. So it's not a competition. If anything, y'all should be competing in who can love the most, not necessarily materialistic things, you know.
Right.
Don't know who those guys are back there.
I know.
But they're like, hey, I thought y'all was talking about baby daddies over here.
He's like, oh, y'all recording?
Oh yeah, okay, hit me up afterwards. So, but yeah, baby mamas, if we can just try to tell you anything, just stop being those spiteful and those negative characteristics. Like they say, do unto others like you want them doing unto you, because roles could be reversed. And what if it was that man that had those kids and he was doing everything to get them to not to see you, and you love them and you pray for them and talk with them and guide them and want to nurture them, but he just telling you no just because?
Yeah.
Think about if that was you.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, we are going to end this episode. We are done with First Watch. I'm never eating here again. So thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, a friend wanted to show this lip gloss here.
Yes. Okay, so my first shout out is going to be shout out to the Locker Room. You guys check them out on Facebook and they're on everything. They're on like SoundCloud, Instagram. They everywhere. Up and coming,
YouTube.
Big thing. Yeah, YouTube. The Locker Room Conversations. That's what it is. And then also, here we have She Glamorous Beauty Collection. So lip gloss is popping. Check her out.
All right. Well, y'all, we'll see you next time on Let Me Ask My BFF.